I wanted to get both your guys' take on Raskin. I thought Nicolas Raskin in the middle of the park, thought he was man of the match, and I actually think it's got to a point now where I think a lot of teams will be looking at him in the summer.
I think Rangers have got a massive decision to make on Raskin and Diomande, because they're the two most valuable assets by a million miles.
Right.
There will be a lot of interest in Raskin. He talked after the game and he was already talking about, next season, referring to Rangers and what they need to do. And he certainly seems to have an eye on being part of things next season. In one respect, Rangers would be absolutely mental to even think about selling him this summer because he's by far and away their best player. But on the other, there is so much work required. They probably need to throw a hand grenade into that dressing room, blow the whole thing up, and start from scratch. So, do you think? Do you test the market? Do you see what might be available, and that could part fund what's going to be required, and what's going to be required is a radical overhaul. So, do you look to sell Diomande, Raskin, bring in as much as you can possibly raise, and then, as I said, you're starting with a blank canvas, because these guys are there, they've contributed, they're regularly performing to a high level, especially in the derby games. Mm-hmm. They catch the eye of both of them. Raskin better than Diomande, but Diomande contributes. But this is a Rangers side that is just stamped with failure.
Aye.
So, I think that's going to be interesting, really interesting. And it's one that Kevin Thelwell, it's a dilemma that he'll need to wrestle with, because, they will need to sell. They will need to generate their own income. They can't just rely on getting handouts from the Americans, the incoming Americans. So, I'll be fascinated to see how that works out. But he's a terrific football player, Raskin, and he's destined to go to a high level, I think.
He was really good today, Mick, wasn't he?
I wouldn't sell him now. I think you got to get to a point in this player trade model is selling guys at their maximum value. And I don't think Raskin has hit his maximum value yet. I think you can get good money this summer. But unfortunately, part of a Rangers team that finishing 17, 20 points behind Celtic in the league and end up with no trophies isn't going to end up maximising his value. I think build a team around him next year. Help him with additions. I think I know it's all right saying get to a clean slate, but I think you could do with some bedrocks in there to build around. I think he's one of them. Get him in there, another season, get him a new contract. I think it's 2 years left his contract just now.
Aye, 2 years.
Get him a new contract this summer for another couple of years on it to ensure to future-proof him. Get him another season under his belt, potentially a better season than this one, and his value will be higher. I know that's a gamble, but that's the player trading gamble. You cash in. I don't think he's maxed out yet. I don't think he's hit his maximum value.
Makes sense, Michael, especially he's now kind of battered down the door to get into the Belgian.
He's in the Belgian team.
National side. So, if you keep him a season and he picks up, gets regular starts for that Belgian side, his value will increase.
Not just in the squad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So regular starts, it becomes a regular starter on that Belgian side who will qualify for the next World Cup. So that is an aspect, but I just feel that Rangers are at a real crossroads in terms of what they need to achieve. I agree with you, Mick, that if it was me, I'd be looking to keep Raskin, but I wonder if that might be part of the conversations that they have to have this summer.
If someone comes in and goes, look, there's 15 million.
It's going to be really difficult.
Really difficult to turn that down now.
That's what I'm saying, is that it gets to the point, is that the maximum value we're going to get from him? It might be that another year, they might not get much more than that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the Celtic £20 million barrier when it comes to guys like O'Reilly and Tierney and Jota previously. It gets to that point, you get to a certain level, you're gambling on that future value going higher again, and there's a maximum level in Scotland. So if it gets to 15 million quid, then that's a different issue altogether. But if someone's saying 5, 6, 7, £8 million, and you say, no, sit tight, we'll see how we are next year.